felt so stressed, so upset that you just want to just hit something? Oh, no? Me neither. I never felt that way. No, 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 no. But if you did, or if you know somebody who does, then maybe that person needs a hot pass, you know, a break. And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. Today's lesson, hot pass. So, what is a hot pass? A hot pass or cool down pass is a pass that is given to a student that is in need of a break to regulate their emotions. Now, a hot pass is different than a regular break because utilizing a hot pass means the student is utilizing a social emotional strategy to regulate their emotions so that they can rejoin the class. Unlike other students that may need to take a break because of focus or attention issues, students that require a hot pass are going through some emotional turmoil or some social emotional stress that they need to overcome. And each hot pass may look different. For example, this hot pass is one that you might see in an elementary school classroom where it says, hot pass, I'm upset and I need a break. And maybe they show this to the teacher because they're just so upset that they can't vocalize how they're feeling. I know that for many of my students, when I was in middle school teaching, what I would do is I would use nonverbals. So my students that needed a hot pass or a break would have an index card. On one side would be green to show that they're fine. On the other side would be red to show that they're going through some kind of stressful situation and they need a break. And whenever they needed a break, they'd simply turn over the index card. And when I see that red, I know that they need to take a break. Whenever they would take a break, I would have them use different strategies. One of the strategies that I would use are fidgets. Sometimes I would even have Legos because whenever the students would come in, they would be so hot under the collar, they wouldn't know what to say or how to act. So I would just tell them, take a break, play with a fidget, build something with Legos. And by doing that, it forces their mind to slow down and not focus on the situation that's causing them the stress. And once they're calmed down enough, then we can talk. You also want to establish rules with a hot pass. So, for example, there are 3 rules that you could follow. Set the timer for 5 to 7 minutes. Sit the child in a safe and calm area. For example, my son, when he was in elementary school, his elementary school teacher would have a little break room for students to go if they needed a break. And because of his autism, he would have quite a few days where his stress got the best of him. So he would go to this break room where there were cushions, fidget toys, even books. And after about 5 or 7 minutes, he was calmed down enough that he could talk to the teacher. And then that's the third one. When the timer goes off, I need to talk with an adult to get out whatever it is that's stressing me out. And then the last thing is write down your feelings. Sometimes when students come in, it's really hard for them to express how they're feeling. But if you give them a pen and a pencil, they may be able to sit down and write down what they're feeling because it forces their mind to actually think about what it is that they're stressed about. And once they get done writing it, then the teacher and them can sit down, look at the paper, and talk through whatever it is that they're stressed about. And for all those people that say, oh, hot passes, I didn't have a hot pass in school. It's just a way of getting rid of the bad kids so the teachers don't have to deal with them. And to that, I would say, no. The reason that they have the hot pass is so that they can identify the triggers that are causing them the stress. And they can address those with a teacher. And teachers, they do an amazing job. But depending on the class size, they may not be able to give the one-on-one attention to the student that needs it most, especially those with emotional issues. So giving them a hot pass and allowing them to go to another teacher to express those emotions and to help them work through it, that's the best and healthiest choice. Because after all, wouldn't it be nice to have independent, productive adults that know how to handle stressful situations because they were taught it by using a hot pass? After all, when our kids grow up and they go out into the real world, nobody's going to be there to hold their hand. So they need to learn these skills now. Now, if you liked what you saw, you learned something new, or you're new to the channel, please click that like button. And if you want updates on future videos, feel free to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for updates on future videos. I don't know about you, but it has been one heck of a school year. Stress, anxiety, uncertainty. I could use a break. In fact, I think I'll go ahead and take one. After all, it is summer vacation. That's right. It's that time of year again where teachers get the time off that they deserve. So we are going to be taking a hiatus from our channel, but don't worry, we'll be back in August. However, if there are other videos that you're interested in watching, feel free to go peruse through my channel and search them up. And also check out my other series, Verse Things Versed. It's where I talk about the Bible and I pull verses from the Bible and we talk about how those verses relate to your everyday life. But if you want to take a break, that's fine too. And if there's a topic in special ed that you would like me to cover, please drop a line in the comments section and I'd be happy to cover it when we get back in August. Now, as for the rest of the video, well, I guess all I have to say is have a long, relaxing, and safe summer vacation. And until next time, class dismissed.